Traders, what is going on? It has been a while. It has been about 11 months, if I'm not mistaken. 11, 12 months, 10 months, somewhere around there since we actually got to hop on the charts and discuss some important things. But today we are back and I have a lot of things to actually go over and talk about, things that I think are really important going forward. You know, we have the election coming up. We have many opportunities that are ahead of us. So I don't want to waste too much time. I do want to just touch on a few things. Some things that have occurred over the last 10 months, 11 months while I've just been training, getting things done. And let me say, the reason I'm wearing these shades, I just got these literally about an hour ago. So I thought, why not? But over the last 10 months, 11 months, I've done some different trading runs, which I want to share with you. I think it is very important that you guys understand that this type of thing is possible. You guys understand that you guys can do it as well. And over the next few videos, I will be sharing some more methods and plans for you to accumulate, for you to get the things that you want done. And so I do want to say now, and I'm saying this later, I do plan to move a majority of the videos that I will be posting later on over to Rumble, and the link is in the description and everything like that. I plan to move over to Rumble. I think it might be a better place to host this content, to educate, so that we can all learn properly. Now, apart from the few trading runs that I did and I want to share with you guys, I have dropped a new update for the TPA. For anybody who has not seen it yet, TPA 4 is already out. It's been a few days now, almost about 2 weeks. And so I'm just coming to the main channel. I want to be able to share this information with you guys. I want you guys to be able to utilize this information that I'm about to share in this video so you guys can earn some profits as well and focus on making some withdrawals to your bank account. Now, apart from that, we're going to do some back testing as well. I do want to show partially what I did in the TPA 4 and just have that relayed to a majority of you guys so you guys can see what is going on and capitalize on the way that I'm going through. And so just to summarize, put it together, the TPA 4, I show my journal. You can see right here, there are some things that I've journaled. And so I want to share how I've been journaling it, how I've been adjusting to the journaling. And you can see by the most recent results there that, you know, we make some profit, we withdraw, we make some profits, we withdraw. And we're trying to focus on these points and also for the method itself as well. But that being said, let's just touch into the things that we should be touching into. So let me clear this. This is a bunch of markings from something else. Now, here we have been using the moving average. I believe this is about the moving average 9 or something like that, or it may just be the standard 14. Yeah. So this is the 9 EMA. And so this is something that we can definitely use to help determine where our trend is. And also I use the weekly separators. If we've done the one-on-one trading sessions together, then you've seen how I use the period separators. I want to be able to determine when is the end of the week, when is the start of the week, when is the end of the day, and stuff like that. So I can, whether it is change between time frames or even just understand, are we on a Monday, are we on a Friday, is it probably NFP, is there any potential news that may affect our trading opportunities? Things just like this are in my consideration. So even if we just look at something like this week I am going for bulls on these. If I go up, you will see a lot of these pairs are actually bullish. So here we can see last week there. Now this is not a bullish candle, but there is a lot of bullish pressure displayed here, given that we closed above the 50% of the mark. So we went down about 235 pips, but we ended up closing around 70 pips. So past the 50-way mark, so bulls tried to come back in. That is displayed here, and we can see that bulls are being displayed on the other weeks as well. not this one here. It seems like the USD is having a big effect. And I believe if we look at the euros as well, a lot of these are showing bullish momentum along the weekly. Now, if you are to try to capitalize this on the lower time frame, you definitely can, whether that is on the 1 hour, and you're just looking for things to generally be in trend. Now, that was looking at the weekly candlesticks. And then if we're on something like the 4 hour, we can look to have those candlesticks above the moving average, generally rejecting the support. There's other things to put into perspective here when we're looking at taking these trades. And so this is just to have everything super simplified. Understand that we're looking for a push consolidation and an extreme of that before the continuation of the trend. And so let's just briefly touch on the previous runs that we did. So here was one of the first ones, and I brought a small $10 account up to 350 within the week. And I always advise to you guys to use a small account, deposit $20, $10, $30, something small, and accumulate it to something more. There's no need to be unskilled and depositing a large amount of money. Like, you need some experience, you need some skills, and you're definitely going to be able to determine that you have skills if you grow a small account. Double the small account. That is 100% profit. You know, you can do something, whether withdraw that little bit and have it on the side. So in case you lose what you currently have, you actually have a backup. There are many ways to go about it, but deposit small and grow. Yes, it will take longer to make a larger sum of money, but acquire the skills first that generate the money and then work on developing money. I always put it that you want experience, then you want some growth, and then you want the money, essentially. Now, this is just a video. I'll try to see if I can, how much of I can really show it to you. I can probably turn it down. And so here is just the recording that I had. I go over the trades, and you basically see how I take the trades over the week and how they end up resulting. I believe I was trading another account, so I have them linked. I'll just speed this up here. So I have them linked through a copier EA, where any trade I take on a certain account will be copied over onto a different account, and that can be managed whether by different risk profiles and things just like that. But this is one that I was taking, and well, it's covered there, but you could see the balance partially as I'm growing the account up to where it ultimately ends up being at $350. I show the MyFX book results as well. I don't know if I'm going to put out this video. Maybe I will if you guys ask for it. Honestly, it is, I don't know. I'm not really feeling like putting out this video. It is pretty old, and so I just wanted to refer to it for the educational purpose to display that this can be done. You can have it look here, say 58 trades, how the trades end up going. And so that is ultimately how we take the trades. You can see here we have our Fibonacci being used, 127 level. We also have this level down here with the red line, prices going up. And so these trades are updated normally by the session as I would have been going through it. Trading opportunity. Let's just go through it a little slower. So trades were taken for different reasons, but everything ended up getting journaled. And so the journal trades, well, this is not the journaling for that, but there are journals for that, and they're basically in the same way where I have before pictures, I have after pictures, or let me just do like this. Before pictures, after pictures. So I try to capture my thoughts before the trade and after the trade, during the trade, and everything like that. You can see how these get adjusted, how I update the trades, close the trades, and so on. You get the idea. And so this account is from $10, something you can grow. If you trade 0.01, you will be able to accumulate. You have 100 pips to lose if you're trading 0.01. And I'm pretty sure you gain the skills, you will be able to leverage 100 pips and stop loss into something profitable. Let's go to our next one. So we have $8 into 1,800 within the week. So this one here, you can just mute it, probably see captions, but this is another one of the accounts. This was August, I think, or the month before, July. And so I'm just going through showing the trades that I've taken, how you can see they've been done. And so you can see the tally, we go up, we go up. And so this is the MyFX report as well. This was a high risk account here, and you can ultimately see I was making daily withdrawals essentially. There was one day that I didn't make a withdrawal because I believe my profits for that day was very small. But you can see how I am potentially using the moving average to get a better trade set up, enter more carefully, and determine my trend. Okay, so you see it there. You see that it's a little off, but it ultimately shows what the remaining balance is. Shows that the profit for the day was 1,300, right, for the day, and then the withdrawal for the day was 771. So this is all in US dollars, so that benefits me even more. But the point is, it can be done. You can grow a small account, okay? Don't let anybody tell you that it can't. You need to just continue to tell yourself that you can, and it will become increasingly possible as you continue to try and attempt and try and fail and attempt. Journal and document from that, okay? So that's the point I want to show you in these videos here. And then very briefly, you can see how I journal some of these trades. I show before pictures, right? I show after pictures. So you can see how the trades are taken. You can see that this trade here, price is rejecting the 1 hour moving average as support. On the 15-minute time frame, price just closed above the moving average resistance. And so I'm using these in conjunction to trade higher. And so my lot size that I put is ultimately there. The entry, the price exit. And then I put, do I follow my rules? What is the outcome? And how was the outcome? Was it by stop loss? Was it by take profit? For a few of you traders, I will be setting this up so you guys can have access to it as well. I do have a few new things that I want to go through and share with a few traders who are interested. So if you definitely are, just send me a DM or comment below this video. But there's already a few traders that I have been in contact with, and I want to just set up a little program where we can all make some money together, and we can definitely just put that experience behind us, that we have accomplished certain things and that we can move forward accomplishing more and better things, right? So, and then even like with the deposit, I explain these as well in the TPA4, because remember, we're making consistent withdrawals as we trade. So we ultimately have two accounts, a holding account and a trading account. So that assists us, right? Now, apart from that, let's just go through and do a little back testing. For the TPA students that want to know where to find this video, it is in the Discord. And also, if you just log in, go to the first degree, and you will see it down here towards the bottom where you can just access it and you will have perfect access. Okay. Now, let's just go through and do some back testing. I will go through and make this clear. Moving average is still there, but oh well. Should we just remove the moving average as well? Let's go We're on the 4 hour. Let's go to daily. Let's go here. Let's go turn, oh crap, oh I don't need those. Let's go turn these back on. Then I need to add something, the indicator. This. Okay. So that should be fine. And then we're on the daily time frame. So first thing I'm going to do is go to the weekly time frame. I might need to go a little bit further. So what I'll do is going to put these as the period separators. I want to be able to determine when the week is starting, when the week is ending. And from there, I will have a better indication of, can I take it? Would I really take a trade right now? Should I not take a trade? And those type of things. I'm not going to go through and take too many trades. I'll probably go through and take about 3 or 4. But I just want to demonstrate to you guys how these trades can be taken. So you can see we're on the weekly time frame. This last week is a bullish week. When I go back to the daily time frame or the 4 hour time frame, I will have to tick up until the end of this week just because I've already seen what this week is. Let's delete this actually. Delete those two because those would be previous weeks on lower time frame. We can verify like this. So you can see, what is this? This is a Monday actually. This is a Monday. I already know what's going to happen for the week because I've seen the weekly time frame. So best thing for me to do is just tick forward up until the end of the week. So this would be Friday, next day is Monday. Now, let's just go through and go back to the weekly time frame. We're going to put on our support and resistances, anything that might be needed. This would be 4 weeks in advance. Let's make it 6. So at this point, yeah, so at this point we had a bullish week. We are below this support, which is fine. I only really use the moving average for the lower time frames. I wouldn't be using it necessarily for the weekly. The weekly I am determining based on the pressure and the momentum of the candle. And so here I can see that there is some type of support in this area. This week has validated that, and there's previous weeks which validate that as well. This week acted as to test that area and did not close above. Let me just make sure I'm still in frame. Okay. Oops, there we go. And so this is the daily time frame. We're still below the support. And so as I mentioned briefly before, the market's going to go through a push consolidation extreme phase and then a continuation of trend into the main direction that it wants to go into. So what I can see here is that we have a push and a consolidation happening right here. I'll draw it a little more clean, but for now, this is how I'll break it down. And what else do we have here? So our previous key areas would be things like this. We also have this area down here in case we do want to come down there, and we already have this identified. So this is basically our levels that we would be playing with. And then this one up here, when we get there, we'll look into that. But let's make our drawings a little cleaner. So can go through, I'll make this a different color, but we basically have a box here. Let's make you blue. Blue. So we basically have a box there. So what I would like to see is some type of extreme of this. Now I'm not going to enter from this time frame. I'll most likely enter from the 4 hour, the 1 hour. But from this time frame, we can essentially see that price has been supported. We have had a slight degree of a liquidity pull down here with this move and coming back to stay above. So we'll see if we stay above or if we'll break this area here. But I've extended the box up to this area just because we have previous support turn resistance, and then yeah, previous support turn resistance. And I would like to have a clear break above the moving average if that's what we're going to get. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. Nothing too interesting. It's more so just consolidation, right? We have the high here. We have been forming some sort of higher high, but I would like to just see how we deal with this. Remember, last week was a bullish week, and I think it was like here. That was the bullish week. So from there, let's just tick through. We can't really take action, not yet, unless there's a bullish candle. We could on a 127, but I'm not going through with any 127 moves currently. So we have something like that. Let's just tick through and see where our next candles are. So that one opened up and we're already going up. So this that we had here for the fib is invalid. Let's just keep going. Okay, so now that we're back below the moving average, I would like to see some type of consolidation within price and maybe an extreme pull. So we're getting some consolidation here, very lightly. So would like to see some type of extreme, whether that is going to break below these areas, or we can try to do something if we just come back above the moving average. But for now, we're in this area of consolidation. So like I mentioned, we have push, consolidation, and then we'll have some type of extreme and continuation. Okay. So boom, that is back above the moving average, still in consolidation. How big of a rejection? Can we take action on this? This is near the end of the week. I think we are Friday. So we could, but I'm not going to in this case. So new week. This week was also a bullish week. You can tell very easily by the vertical lines. We're back below the moving average. We could take action on this. Let's look at other factors. So previous resistance now acting as support. I would like to see some type of liquidity pull of this, maybe another dip below and a continuation back up. Essentially, may not come back this deep, but I would look for a move back to the upside. So there we are below. Nice. If we get a bullish candle, we can act on this. That's a doji candle, and we can take that. I will check it right now, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a 127 level. We can target the recent highs. Let me delete this. So yeah, if we go like this, low to high, we are a little below that, but still into an extreme area. So let's continue to tick forward, see if we have a successful trade or not. Consolidation, that one hits our stop loss. See if we can get some more bulls back in. Okay, so another bullish trade. This is -1R. I would journal it as for the reason that I'm taking the trade. Yeah, I journal it as for the reason I'm taking the trade and the results of the actual trade. So this case here, we can go through, we'll take another opportunity. Can do risk 1 for 3. This last one was risk 1 for 3.8. This, you can obviously cover the position if you're not already. Target hit, that gives you about plus 2R. Let's go through. So price is still pushing up. We want to just be able to put price into a consolidation area for now. We're on the 4 hours, so let's just see how we react to things. So we may be having a smaller consolidation here on the lower time frame. Just gonna look at this. So that is above, that's back below. Oh, this here is probably some news event, but if we apply our fib to it, we did come into the 127 area. We can't act on it now. The risk to reward would be completely ridiculous, but let's tick forward and see. Okay, we're coming back. That's a bullish candle, probably could have taken. I will take this as it is, because we did come back to our 127 area. We still did come back below to trigger down there. So I could do something like this. Now, it's obviously always important to just be aware of the risk and are you content with the risk. This here is risk 1 for 2.5. I would take that. Anything from risk 1 to 2 plus, as long as you're comfortable with it, of course. Now, this one, the stop loss is at the low of the bullish candle, and our target is at the negative 0.27. Same way I describe it in this TPA. Same way I describe it in the TPA 7 PT, the 7 principles of trading, is the same way I'll go through and do it here. So we're still in some consolidation. This puts us back above, and that makes us close profitable. So 2.5 R plus. Now let's just continue to go through. And so if you're on the lower time frame, there's generally going to be more noise. And as you go to the higher time frame, you have more clarity and less noise. But depending on the opportunities that are being presented, you can be on either time frame, always trading in the main direction of the trend. So in this case here, I can see that the main push up has stopped and it looks like we are in some type of consolidation. So I would like to, act on this to some degree and look for the extreme moment that would come from this. So I do see that we have this previous structure that we basically had as a high, as a resistance. We came back and we bursted right through it basically. And so from there, we went into this little consolidation. We may continue to go down. I do see us coming back into this area to tap. And then maybe for the Fibonacci, we also have an area, the 127, which can be a key area that we come back into. So there are people that can short this as counter trend, or even, you can short this counter trend. Let's see if it even is a good possibility. I wouldn't really advise this, but it's something that you could potentially do if you have the right setup. Now, my main trend is still up, and my main areas that I would look for price maybe trying to reverse back to the upside would be this area, right? Maybe it comes down and does a double bottom or something like that. And my other area would be this, near the 127. And best case price comes down here and I would be able to capitalize, but I would be looking for my exit once we get to that one area, because I would consider the move is ultimately accomplished for this opposite of the main trend trade. Okay, so that's that, and let's take one more. Consider that like that. Oh, are we gonna reverse? You know what? Damn. Messed up there, but this is the part of trading. What I would have liked to done was take an entry right there on the 127. to go long, but that's not the case, and we're still in this. What I'm going to do is just run the risk. I'm comfortable with the risk. I'm going to run the risk and see how we do if we come back and close below that one candle, the one marker. Okay, I think this one does. So this one I would close right there. That is going to be for a gain of 2.4R, right? Now we're still back by the 127 level, so let's just take and see if we have a bullish candle come in. So that's good. That's something we can probably take. Target negative 0.27. Stop loss I'll do below this zone. Came back into this area. Let's go forward. And we're very close to the stop loss. Very close to the stop loss. Oh, we're turned around. Now, depending on your broker, you may have hit your stop loss depending on, whether the spread was increased, was there a large volume coming in, was there news events happening. Those type of things can dictate whether your stop loss was actually hit in that situation. But in this case, it wasn't, so we're going to continue to tick forward. And I wouldn't say this is necessarily a good time to cover. Now, because this is Friday, I would have closed my trade for the loss there. So let's just consider it a loss. Let's just add that one to our books. Now, what I see us in is still some type of consolidation right now, right? Getting a lot of left to right movement. So I would like to see an extreme to the downside. I do see we had an extreme push to the upside, and you can definitely tell by the wicks. But we can look for some type of pull of this area and look to continue back to the upside. We didn't interact with this, so maybe we come back down to that area. Let's go like this, and let's continue. So boom, we're making bullish moves. We're back above. Okay, yeah, so this trade would have been successful, but it wasn't with us. That's fine. Now let's just look for price to go back inside of some type of consolidation, as it is now with this huge push to the downside. Still going down. Call this the consolidation. Now looks price is back above the moving average, and you have to keep note of, I did change time frames back to the 1 hour basically. So we're back above the moving average. Now you can act on this one as well. Let's just see if we have good risk to reward and stuff. Risk 1 for 2 for this. Why not? Now, I'm willing to do this because most likely I would have taken other steps prior, like withdraw from my account, given that I would have been up a few R value on the trades that I've already taken, right? So we have, I think this is a break-even trade. We have 3R, or no, this one's a loss. 1 loss, positive 2, positive 4.5, positive 6.9, negative 1, so positive 5.9R, something along those lines. Oh, that one, oh, thought I hit the stop loss. Nice. So that one came up for 2R. Let's just go to the end of this week. So we try to put price inside of some consolidation like it is now. And we look for the extreme of that matter. So even if I just look back at this, I can see from our push, from our swing high to swing low, from our swing high to the high, we came down to our 127 area, which is back in this consolidation box before pushing back up to the upside. Now, given that we are back in this extreme, sorry, we're in this consolidation. Well, we broke above. Shoot back down. Now we can look to continue to the upside. This is a volatile situation. We had a big push to the downside, which probably news, and then back to the upside. Let's just take it. We're up a few R position. Let's just see if this makes sense actually. Do we have any levels above? Here's what I'll do. I'll go back real quick because I don't want to see what the weekly is really doing. And let's just put in these lines as resistance, right? Because these are daily time frame resistances. 4 hour time frame looks fine. Go back to the 1 hour. And I'm gonna just get back to this area. And see how we'll go through and take just about this final trade. Okay, so did we already come back past this? Yeah, so this was the trade idea that we're looking to trade on, and we can probably just target this 2.74R. So still in consolidation, formed an extreme. And if you take a look at the 7 principles of trading, I go through and explain how there are extremes. The pendulum is swinging on all time frames, whether that's the daily, whether that's the 1 minute, whether that's the 5 minute, whether that's the monthly. There's always consolidations on every time period and extreme moments on every time period, right? So it's important to consider the time perspective. And so that's how you can close this trade for the week at 0.8R. Let's just keep playing. So that is the point. So this trade, ultimately, if you didn't close for the week, would have came out to be a loss. But we're trading in the main direction of the trend. We're looking at the weekly time frame, and make sure that's paused. Yeah, we're trading in the weekly direction, and we're using that to our benefit, as our edge, okay? As our edge, so that we can capitalize. So if you want to go through and you want to see the step-by-step approach on how I did that with the actual journaling, with the actual history that I was trading with and how I was taking these trades, and we're going to be doing some live streams in which I will be going over the methods as well, mainly during the London session. But that being said, thank you for tuning into the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Glad to be back. It has been such a while. Almost forgot about these. But yeah, it has been such a while. I've just been training, getting things done, working out, studying, reading, organizing, building other businesses, a bunch of different things. But that being said, I want you guys to implement this. And if you guys have any good feedback, if you guys have bad feedback about this, I want to know your response. I want to see how I can better be service. That being said, peace.